Hello, true believers, and welcome to another episode of Marvel Draw. I am your host, Brian Crosby. Today we're going to be learning a little something about one of the hottest characters in the Marvel Universe. That's right, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. So we're going to be doing something really special today. We're going to learn how to draw Miles' icon, his logo, his chest symbol. It's a little bit different from Peter's. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So my tools of the trade. I've got a straight edge here in case I need to make some straight lines. I've got a blue colored pencil, which I will use for my underdrawing. You may have seen me do this before. And also we've got a 6B pencil, which I'll be using to do the outline of the logo, okay? Now feel free to use whatever you have. It could be crayons, markers, pencils, whatever it is that you have is fine. The point is to just keep drawing, keep learning, keep having fun. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We're gonna draw a little snowman, believe it or not. I like to draw kind of a little small snowman head, and then I'm gonna do a slightly larger circle. And then there's a slightly larger base for our snowman. All right, and then I'm gonna draw a center line going right down the middle here. That center line is going to be very important later on. In fact, I'll probably even extend it down once I start drawing the spider legs. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, now that the head are actually kind of these pinchers that sit at the top of his logo. So I'm going to draw a small kind of crescent shape inside of that one that I just did. So I keep it nice and loose and sketchy. I try not to erase if I don't have to. That's what I use the blue pencil for, to do my underdrawing. Now we're gonna measure up where we're gonna do our spider leg. So I'm actually gonna divide this up a little bit. So I'm gonna make 4 marks here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm gonna do some divider lines here. I'm gonna so that I'm pretty close to even. That's always the trick with drawing logos like this, is trying to be completely even on both sides, because what's on the left is supposed to mirror what's on the right, okay? So from this top line, we're gonna come out here, just like this. We're gonna swoop up and out, okay? And then we're gonna come straight up, a slight curve coming off of that line, and then curve in. So usually, you know, with Peter Parker, these front legs are actually smaller and then they get bigger as they come out. Not with Miles. Miles, these first ones are bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna try and mirror that on the other side. I'm gonna swoop up and do the best I can to try and mirror what I'm seeing on the right side. All right, now I'm gonna go on the outside of this leg. I'm gonna come out and down and then come back into the center portion of my snowman there. I'm gonna try and mirror this on the other side. You see how I'm just being kind of loose and sketchy and trying to find the right line? That's how I like to do it. So once I feel pretty good about it, then I can move on. So I feel pretty good about where those front 2 legs are sitting. All right, now we're gonna come out to this second line. So this line's gonna actually come out and just slightly kind of curve down and then shoot up here. This one's gonna be pointed almost straight up in the air. Give it a nice, cool, aggressive point on that side. And now we're gonna come back over there. And then I'm gonna connect these lines as I go along. Okay, now for these this third line here, so I'm gonna come down, connect this, all right? And then I'm gonna swoop way out for this leg. This is gonna be the one that sits out the furthest, even past that second leg. This one's super cool, okay? And then I'm gonna come down. So this is actually the biggest leg of all. And then I'm gonna connect it and kind of echo that shape. And this one can be kind of a hard one to mirror because it comes so far out. So I'm gonna create some new guidelines. So I'm gonna create a guideline here, the base of this leg. And that'll help me when I draw the other side of that one. And then another guideline here on this guy. All right, so now let's go to the other side. Let's do leg number 2 over on this side. So I wanna meet that line that I drew on the other side. So I'm a little high there. That one went up a little too high. I'm gonna come out and then I'm gonna shoot up, straight up and then down. I do that a little, like I said, I do that sketchy so that I can I'll take a step back and see if I'm feeling good about where my shapes are going. Feel pretty good about that second leg. All right, let's come out and do the the third leg now. And come way out to here. Good thing I drew that guideline. Now I know where I'm going. Okay, now we're gonna come down. I'm gonna correct this leg a bit. I think it's a little too high up there, so I'm gonna bring it down. That's part of art, guys. That's part of drawing, is just figuring it out. It's making mistakes, learning from them. You know, not every line I draw is perfect. You know, I try to, I figure it out as I go. And sometimes I make mistakes, and then I go back and try and fix them, okay? That's how you get better. Okay, so now we're gonna come out with this leg, and then we're gonna shoot down and meet that point. Okay, now we've got our last leg. So we're gonna come out here. We're gonna come down to that same line, and now we're gonna go slightly curved and down, okay? Do the same thing, come to that line, just like that. Okay, and then you can connect your lines all the way around. I'll do the same thing over here. Try and mirror what I have on the right side. Come out, just like that, and then shoot straight down the bottom half of that leg, and then do the same thing here. Feeling pretty good about my Miles Morales icon. It's very aggressive, it's very cool looking. You know, I love these pointy edges. It's one of my favorite things to draw. Okay, now the bottom part of our snowman, this is where his icon really diverges from Peter's. So we're gonna use this circle here as a base. Okay, so we're actually gonna come out beyond that to our guideline, just like that. And then we're gonna go big down the middle. So I'm actually gonna take remember I mentioned before about the center guideline, how important that would be? So I'm gonna go over that again, and I'm gonna bring it down a little further. And I'm gonna come all the way down with this and meet it at the center guideline there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over on this side. So it kind of looks like Captain America's classic shield right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the inside of this. So it's gonna come to a little bit of a point, so we're going beyond our circle there. We're gonna do that on both sides. Now we're gonna go inside here and do the same thing on this side. Kind of outline that. So you see we have 1, 2, 3 shapes going down that, or lines going down that center line. And when you finally color this in, this is all in black on the black costume, and then this is red. So Peter's spider is black on a red costume, Miles's is red on a black costume. So it's kind of inverse of Peter Parker's costume. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good, guys, about where we are with that spider icon. So I'm gonna put aside my blue colored pencil. I'm gonna take out my 6B pencil to do my outline. Now, really what I'm gonna do is just go over my lines that I already made here. So I'm gonna use these as a guide. Yeah, and some of the lines I draw might not always be perfect. So I'm gonna do my best to go over the lines that I already made. And if I make mistakes, it's in pencil, I can go back and fix it. So I'm seeing already, I'm making a few little bumps in my drawing. It's okay, we can fix that. Now, if you're at home and you have a little bumps in your drawing, just go ahead and erase it and you can do your line over again. So coming all the way out, following that line that we made, all the way down to that point. Finish off our final leg, just like that. Okay, so we got the right side of the leg done. Okay, now I'm gonna do the bottom half here. Still using my guidelines. And on this, we're gonna come down to the point. Okay, so there's one side of our spider icon. So now we're gonna finish off the left side. Connect that one down. Now we're gonna shoot all the way out here. There's a little ripple there, see? Happens, guys. So if that happens, you can go in, you can fix it. You know, like I said, you can erase it. And now we've got one more leg to do, just like that, and meet that point. All right, and now we've got just the bottom half of this to do. Okay, so there's the top part of that base. Now come inside and then come down to your center line. And so with that, there you have it, guys. There is the Miles Morales spider icon. It's such a cool logo. I love it so much. But of course, before you're done, you got to remember to sign your name at the bottom. That's what makes it yours. So I'm going to sign my name right here. Brian Crosby. Boom, there you go. So again, hope you guys had fun drawing Miles Morales with me. And remember, this is Marvel, your universe.